A female corpse that appears to have no visible injuries on the surface, but hanging from her ankle is a strange belt. She comes from a murder scene, and at the scene, aside from the murder weapon, the only thing they found was this unidentified female corpse. There isn't a single flaw on her entire body. In fact, even with the naked eye, it's hard to tell that she's already dead. However, when the coroner lifted her eyelid, he was shocked to find that her pupils had completely turned gray, indicating that she had been dead for several days. What was even stranger was that her limb bones were completely shattered, but there were no external wounds or bruises. This completely defied medical logic. It wasn't until the assistant pried open her mouth that they discovered the only wound. This scene suddenly reminded the coroner of a human trafficking case from 15 years ago. The circumstances back then were strikingly similar to what they were seeing now. Of course, this was just his guess. The actual situation needed to be confirmed through data. However, just as the coroner was about to begin, the radio suddenly turned on by itself, and a woman's scream came through the speaker, followed by a strange song. But neither of them paid much attention to it. They both assumed it was just a malfunction with the radio. As the scalpel lightly cut through, a series of irrational phenomena began to occur.
I'd expect the body to be covered in a certain degree burns. It's like finding a bullet in the brain with no gunshot wound.
As they were both puzzled, suddenly thunder rumbled from outside, and the lights started flickering on and off. Then a sudden crash was heard outside the door. The assistant, curious, went outside to check. When he looked up, he saw a figure in the mirror, but when he approached, the figure disappeared without a trace. After searching in vain, the assistant thought he might have just been seeing things. So he returned to the morgue. At this point, the coroner made a new discovery. He found a cloth bag. Inside it was a tooth, and after comparison, the tooth was confirmed to be the corpse's own. The cloth bag also had a design and some letters drawn on it. Although the coroner couldn't understand the meaning of these symbols, he had a vague feeling that something wasn't quite right. This female corpse seemed like some sort of sacrificial offering for an ancient ritual. At that moment, the radio suddenly broadcast an emergency news report from the Meteorological Bureau. The wind speed outside had reached 60 kilometers per hour. The rainfall was also continuing to increase. This made the assistant feel increasingly uneasy, because he clearly remembered that the forecast that morning had said the next 2 weeks would be sunny. The assistant, recalling the strange events of the day, couldn't help but suggest to the coroner that they should leave for the day. However, before the coroner could speak, the strange song started playing again on the radio. What secrets are hidden behind this female corpse? Please stay tuned to find out what happens next.